everyone, welcome to my channel, The Baking Diva, and episode 4 of my series, The Best of the Bundts. Well, today is going to be a special Bundt cake because Valentine's Day is right around the corner, and I wanted to make something to commemorate that. And notice I'm wearing my heart shirt. Well, let me tell you, Valentine's Day doesn't have to be for lovers or couples or boyfriend and girlfriend. Valentine's Day to me is a day of love. And that's why we always have the heart that resembles it, the red heart. And you're celebrating basically love on Valentine's Day. And it can be for a parent, a grandparent, it could be for a sibling, a spouse, a partner, a dog, a cat, a pet. It can be love that you have for anyone, and that's why we celebrate that day. So today I'm going to make you a very special cake. This is going to be a pink champagne Bundt cake. Doesn't that sound great? And I have my bottle here of champagne. We just popped the cork, and we're going to be using this in some of our Bundt cake. Now, I think we should get started, but first I want to thank all of my new subscribers. There's so many of them. I really appreciate you all. Thank you for following me on my baking journey, and I see so many of you love this Bundt cake series, so thank you so much. And don't only watch it, make sure you make some of the cakes. They all come out so good. So today, what do you say we get started? Let's get started. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to preheat our oven to 350 degrees. And I have mine preheating now. Now today, I'm going to use one of my different Bundt pans. And let me show it to you. This is, oh, I love it, a Bundt pan that has all little hearts around it. I hope you can see that. And most of the Bundt pans I use are usually a 10 or a 12 cup Bundt pan. They all work fine for all of these recipes. Now, because this has hearts around it, and you'll have to wait till the end to see what I do with them, you always have to make sure that you spray your Bundt pan well, because you don't want any of the cake sticking in it. When you want to release it, you want it to pop right out. And I always like to use Baker's Joy. This is this non-stick spray that has the flour in it. Now, if you're not going to use this and you're going to just take a liquid shortening or whatever and use a pastry brush, you have to make sure you get in all those nooks and crannies, and especially all around the middle, because I've never had a problem with my cakes releasing from the pan. And I'll tell you a secret. Don't try to take a warm or a hot cake out of the Bundt pan. No, it doesn't work. You let it sit in the Bundt pan. Some of them you let sit in there for about a half hour. Some of them you'll let sit in there till they're pretty cool. Because what happens is the cake sort of releases a little bit from the edges of the pan, makes it much easier to come out. So right now I'm going to spray this, and I'm going to spray it really well. Better to have more than enough, I always tell you, than not enough. So I'm making sure I get all those hearts sprayed in the middle. There's so many fantastic Bundt pans. You can use any kind you want, and you can use any brand you want. I will tell you, I love the Nordic Ware non-stick Bundt pans. They may be a little bit more pricey. I usually get all mine from Amazon. Sometimes if I'm lucky, I'll find one in Michael's or whatever that is on sale. But the Nordic Ware, I'm going to move this over here. The Nordic Ware pans will last you probably for the rest of your life. They're so well made, and they're heavy. They're not flimsy. So sometimes it's best if you want to just invest in one. I have nothing to do with Nordic ware. I'm just telling you, I love using those pans. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get a bowl out here. Now this is one of those cakes that starts out with that hack, a box of cake mix. And I have here Betty Crocker's super moist white cake mix. Make sure it's white. If it's going to be a different type than white, I'll tell you, but for this recipe, white cake mix, not yellow, white. So let me put this first of all into the pan. I love making these Bundt cakes, I really do. They're so easy, they always look nice, they make great presentations when you put them out on the table. You can either ice them with glaze or not ice them, whatever you like. Now in this particular cake, I'm going to use 2 boxes, that's 2, of instant vanilla pudding. And as always, I'll put the recipe in my description box for you. So let me cut this open and add the 2 boxes of the vanilla pudding to the cake mix. Vanilla pudding makes it nice and moist. That's one of the things I love about Bundt cakes. They always come out so nice and moist and delicious. So we have our 2 boxes of vanilla instant pudding in there. Next, I'm going to add to that a 1/2 cup of vegetable oil. I happen to be using canola oil. You can use any vegetable oil you want. So let me put that in. I'm also going to add to this 4 eggs. Alrighty. And we're going to put into this 1 cup of champagne. Use any brand champagne you want. Now, you're actually going to need 1.5 cups of champagne, but we're reserving a 1/2 cup for our drizzle or our icing. So I have 1 cup measuring here. Whoa, this is heavy bottle. I just opened it. So let me measure in. Woo, look at those bubblies. I'm not a drinker, and if you're not, don't worry about it, because when this gets put into the oven, the heat burns off any alcohol that's in there anyway. So let me put in there the 1 cup of champagne. I thought this would be such a special recipe for Valentine's Day. So let me pour that in. Ooh, look at all those bubblies. Woo! Don't forget, if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel, because I have been known to be a little bit of a character. I like to have fun in my videos. I like to teach you, but I like to have fun. There's nobody saying that you can't bake and have fun at the same time too, right? So let me make sure I have everything, I have everything put in there. Now, I'm going to mix this with my electric mixer till it's all combined. So let me get this all mixed, and I'll be back in a second as soon as we're ready to go on to our next step. So don't go away. Okay, that looks pretty well combined to me. Now, this is a pink champagne Bundt cake. So I'm going to add a little of my gel coloring to this batter. Now, unfortunately, I don't have any pink left, but this is magenta. So hopefully it will do the trick. I'm not going to put too much in. I'm going to start out with just a couple of drops, and then we'll see if we have to put more in. Okay. I'm going to take my spoon. I'm going to mix this first with the spoon and see where I'm at. Oh yeah, I think this is going to be just perfect color. We might need a little bit more coloring in here, but a pink champagne Bundt cake needs to be pink, right? Let me hold this up. You see, it's starting to turn a light pink, and I think I want it a little brighter than that. So I'm going to add, I think, a couple of drops more, but I'll leave that up to you to your liking, how pink you want the cake. Let me hold this up so you can see it. It's beautiful pink champagne color. I think I want it a little tiny bit more pink because pink is one of my favorite colors. So I'm gonna go with another 2 drops. 1, 2, that should do it. Okay, let me mix that in. Oh, wow. I don't want to put too much in because I don't want it to look red. I'm gonna hit it with my mixer for a second. That'll incorporate it a little bit better. All right, so what do you think? You think that's pink enough? I don't know. A little bit more. I told you I'm cray-cray. All right, this has to do it. All right, let's try it. Okay. Come on, baby. Oh, yeah, now we're talking. Yeah, now we're talking. I just needed it to be a little more pink. Now I'm happy with it. Oh, yeah. I'll hold it up and I'll show it to you in a minute. Oh, yeah. There we go. Now it's perfect. Could have even gone a little darker, but no, I don't want to get carried away. All right. So here we go. I think that's good color, right? For a pink champagne bundt cake. And if you're, whoa, what am I doing over here? If you're one of the, those people who didn't know what a bundt cake was, or have never made one, go back to my first episode, episode 1. Because I'll tell you in that episode a little bit about bundt cakes and why everyone loves them so much. This is a perfect color pink. I like it. So I'm going to swing over my bundt pan that is very well greased and floured. And I'm going to put my batter in here. Oh, it's a little heavy. Bundt batter is usually thick, as you can see. So this glass bowl I'm beating it in is a little bit heavy for the diva. All right, let me get that in there. Perfect pink. Perfect cake for Valentine's Day or any day. And for anyone you love. It doesn't matter who it is. Okay, let me get some of this out of here so we don't waste any. Making a mess too, but what would the diva be if she didn't make a mess, right? It's okay. It's okay to be messy. Okay, here we go. And I even have a pink spatula I'm using. Have you noticed that? Alrighty, so let me smooth this around on the top. Okay. Do I dare? You're saying to yourself, Diva, don't do it. Diva, don't do it. You're saying to yourself, Diva, don't do it. There's raw eggs in there. I know I shouldn't do it, but I've been doing it since I was a kid. And I'm still here, and I'm tempted, so I have to lick the spoon. Sorry. If you don't want to see it, look away. Mmm. 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 Very good. And I haven't had anybody who has told me that they didn't like this cake. It's not going to have a strong champagne taste to it, just a slight one. So I'm going to put this in the oven now for 40 to 45 minutes at the 350 degrees. Around 40 minutes, I'll take it out and check the center with a toothpick. If the toothpick comes out dry, it's done. If not, I'll put it back in for a few more minutes. So anyway, let's get this baby baking. And I'll be back in a few minutes after it's cooled to take it out of the pan, and then we'll decorate it. So don't go away. Okay, here's the cake. I took it out of the oven. I baked it at 40 minutes, which was perfect. I let it cool in the pan, and it fell right out of the pan. As you can see, look at all those beautiful hearts all around there. So now I'm going to show you how to make glaze / icing for this pink champagne cake. So I have a bowl here, and I'll give you the recipe, but I also put in there 4 cups of confectioner's sugar, 1 stick of softened butter. So I'm going to take my mixer and I'm going to gently incorporate the sugar and the butter. Hopefully it won't fly all over me. Whoa! And I have it on low too. All right, I'm going to add 1/4 cup of the champagne to the butter and the confectioner's sugar mixture. If I need to, we'll add some more later. So let me get some of that in there and start mixing this again. Okay, I'm going to now add another 1/4 cup of champagne. I think this is just a little thicker than I wanted it. So that will be the extra 1/2 cup of the champagne. All right, so let me get that mixed. Coming out nice and creamy. Now while I'm mixing that, let me get my gel out again, and I'm going to tint this pink. All right, so I'm going to put a couple of drops of the magenta coloring in there. And let me whip that up a little bit. Really nice. Coming out a beautiful pink. I don't even think I'm going to need any more of the coloring. Hold it up, show you the color I got. I think you're going to like it. Look at that. It's a very pretty pink. I don't think we need to put any more gel in it. All right, now let me just test this and see if it's as thin as I like it. It's very creamy. I just want it a slight bit thinner. So I'm just gonna add a touch more of the champagne. Not much, a little bit. Okay, let me start mixing that again. That should do it. All right, let me see the consistency of this now. Well, that's pretty good. Now, I'll leave this up to you. Depending on how you're going to put this on your cake, you might want it a little thinner or you might want it a little thicker. Okay, now you can decorate this cake any way you want. If you don't have a Bundt pan with the hearts, you just have your regular Bundt pan, you can make this frosting I made, and you can drizzle it all over your cake, or you can put it in a piping bag and do it that way. If it's too thick for you, add a little bit more champagne. Just do what I did. You can play with it a little bit till it's the consistency that you want. Now, because I have all these hearts on the top of my pan, I wanted to try and do something a little different. So I picked up a bag of these inexpensive foil-covered chocolate hearts. So my idea was, I put my icing in one of these squirt bottles. I think they cost like 99 cents or something in Walmart, and I cut off the tip. And I'm going to unwrap some of these chocolate hearts. And I think what I'm going to do is squirt some of my pink champagne icing in the hearts. And I'm going to place one of these chocolates on each heart. And that's what I think I'm going to do to start. And then I might do a little bit of drizzling in between each piece just to get a little more icing on it. But like I say, I'm just playing with it and trying to make it festive for Valentine's Day. You can do it any way you want. So let me get started on this. So I'm going to take my icing and I'm going to fill my heart with the icing. And it's thin enough where it should come right out of this bottle. Yup, look at that, coming right out. I'm just putting it inside the heart, just like that. And then I'm going to take one of my little chocolate hearts and I'm going to place it right down in there. Let me do a couple. And I will definitely put a still in for you because I hope this comes out really cute. Coming out really nice, this frosting. And it's a good frosting because it has the butter in it and the confectioner's sugar and the champagne. This is coming out just the way I wanted it to. It's going to be perfect for Valentine's Day. It's coming out of here. That's why I added more champagne to mine, because I wanted it to be soft enough to do this. And I'm purposely putting a little extra in. Let me try and hold it up. So when I press the chocolate heart down on there, you see the icing around it. I think I may drizzle some of this in between each piece. And then I'm going to come back and show you what the finished cake looks like, the masterpiece. And we're going to do a taste testing. So don't you go away. All right, so this is what I started to do. I put all the hearts in the indentations where there is a heart. I put the chocolate hearts on the champagne frosting. Now I took my little squeeze bottle and in between each piece, because this pan makes it look like there are individual slices of cake. So let me put this down and I'll continue going through the indentations with the icing. It comes right out of here because I made it soft enough. And then what I'm doing is I happen to have had these perfect colored sugar crystals, and I'm sprinkling them all around the hearts and down the middle. It looks beautiful. So I'm going to finish this up. Oh, look at that. I'll put a nice still in for you. And then we're going to do a taste testing in 1 minute, so don't go away. Well, look at this masterpiece. Who wouldn't love this for Valentine's Day? I think it came out very nice. So we're going to do a taste testing now. So let me put this down. I'm going to take my cutter, and this is perfect pan because you can cut right in between each slice. Let me see. Oh yeah, baby. Let's get a piece of this out. Oh, look at this. Let me hold up that piece. See that nice pink color inside? That nice champagne color? Oh yeah. So let me get a little of this icing because it's so delicious. And give this a taste. So let me see what I think. Here we go. It's moist but fluffy inside. It has a very subtle champagne taste. It's really good. I love the icing. The icing has a really nice champagne flavor. Not a lot of icing on it, but I did have some icing left over. So good. You can always squirt a little of that on your cake. So, I hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope you'll give this cake a try. I'm going to try to load this tonight, and it's only Thursday. And Valentine's Day is on Monday, so you still have plenty of time to make it. So let me take some of this champagne that's left, some of this bubbly, woo! Whee! Alrighty. So if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, go down below and hit that red subscribe and that little bell next to it, because you won't want to miss episode 5 of my The Best of the Bundts. So for now, I want to say thank you for stopping by and watching this video. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I really do love you all very much. So what do I have to say? Cheers! Happy Valentine's Day! 2 thumbs up on the cake, and everyone have a wonderful day.